The sun finally came out. We've got sprouts in the garden. Let's plant. The fog burned off. We've got sun, the first time in several days. Let's plant. Now as it moves on towards spring, we want to have some stuff up and ready to go into the garden. Check this out. We got arugula. We're going to have some cool days coming up, so I'm still going to just concentrate on brassicas and cool weather plants. And we've got beets and radishes. Now, as cold as it got, a bunch of these tops did freeze. But we still have some good tops going. And as long as the soil does not get frozen, your seeds will germinate even in this kind of weather. We've got nice purple and green. There's a lot of good plants still here. I'm going to go ahead and use this setup because I've got a tray for watering. And I'm going to run this in and out of the house when it cools off. And it also has a little dome on it. It's going to help with the germination. Set that aside. And these cells break apart, and as things grow, it's going to be pretty easy to take and transplant. See, that's brand new leaves. And the same mechanism that allows us to cut, eat, and keep growing will allow it to freeze and keep growing. Looks like February might give us another good blast of winter weather, so I'm going to stick with the cool weather crops for right now. I'm going to do a pak choi and a baby choi. Those hold up very well. Ooh. Even though it's only about 35 degrees right now, it's going to be a rapid warm-up, and I can already feel the heat coming off of there. We're all going to enjoy the sun. Really cool Japanese from Baker Creek, and then this giant. I'm going to get a couple of these going and then actually space them out so they have room to grow. I'm also going to plant some collards. This one's supposed to be really big, so I want to space it out correctly. And then our regular collards, they get pretty good size on their own. And our baby spinach have their first true leaves. I am going to get some more burgundy lettuce growing. And then, as anybody ever said, you can't have enough beets. I'll probably drop a couple beet seeds in a few of these cells. Just like always, take your soil, fill your trays. What I kind of plan to do is, as these come up, I'm going to separate them out and up pot them in some of the bigger containers that we have. And you can use just about anything you want for containers. I actually saw this. It was on sale. They were clearing out their garden stuff. I've had this for a couple months. I've just been waiting to use it. I know I have a bag of popsicle sticks somewhere. I just couldn't find them. Marking out what I'm planting on tape, and I'm putting it on the outside of this pan. Now, I'm pre-marking this before I plant, so that way I know what to plant where. So I just have that strips. Okay, so I can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to take my pencil and just make a dent in each one of these. I really am going to be precise as the number of seeds I'm putting in each one, like a handful. No, I'm not going to put more than 2 seeds in each cell. I'm just going to pre-do this. I've already gone through and snugged this down, just as long as we have a little indentation. Now, unlike planting in the ground where we just want good soil contact, here we're going to give them a little cover. And remember, when you're watering, you're doing this before they actually germinate, you can wash seeds from one tray into another. If you like to be very precise, that can be a big problem. And you know me, I like to be very precise with my seeds. Okay, so what I've got here first is lettuce. We do like this Burgundy Delight. Like I said, we're only going to put 1 to 5 in each one of these cells. lettuce is kind of hard to deal with, and you see the size of my hands. But I am not going to plant it all. We're going to plant this in the garden later, but I do want to get some started. Okay, so then I've got big cabbage. I'm going to try to plant a few of these big cabbages. These I am going to be quite a bit more precise. I don't have that many seeds left. We planted quite a few of these already. If I can get a dozen of these growing and they get even half as big as they say they're going to get, we'll have enough cabbage for all year long. So I've got big cabbages in here. I also have big cabbages back here. So then we're going to plant these fancy Japanese cabbages in the front here. We got collards. We got the Georgia collards in the back. And I'm really trying to get 1 or 2 seeds in each one of these little indentations. And then these collards are supposed to be pretty good size. There's also a Georgia collard, so I might get them mixed up. And I was planning on planting some of this early golden, but the package is empty. I do have one group set aside for beets. Now, you can transplant these into the garden. They do pretty well. Each one of the beet seeds have several seeds in them. Has anybody ever said you can't have enough beets? We do like these Detroit Supreme. And then this last cell, we're going to put some choys in. Really, 1 or 2 seeds in each one of those indentations. I'm just going to come back with just a light little dusting back over each one of these cells. And we'll snug it down, make sure they all have nice soil contact. And this soil is good and damp all the way through. And I'm going to put this cover on it, so I'm not worried about watering it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these out here. We'll just watch the temperature. It's already warming up nicely. This greenhouse is new enough, I'm still trying to figure out how to heat it without spending an arm and a leg on electricity. Alright, let's do that. And we've just taken another step towards spring. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.